Welcome to a new way of teaching history, History Alive. Powerful teaching strategies and curricular materials created and developed by social studies teachers who understand educational theory and the realities of classroom teaching. History Alive is an innovative, student-centered approach to history instruction that helps teachers reach students with diverse learning styles. In the next few minutes, you'll see students engaged in 6 History Alive activities. The 6 featured activities will give you a feel for the types of activities found in TCI's United States and World History curricular programs. Later, we'll give you an overview of these curricular programs. You'll also learn more about TCI's History Alive professional development opportunities. History Alive is based on 3 educational premises: Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, Elizabeth Cohen's research into how cooperative interaction increases learning and improves social skills, and Jerome Bruner's belief that all students can learn through the spiral curriculum. In combination, these 3 educational premises provide powerful tools for teaching and learning in the classroom. And the History Alive program applies these theories in its powerful teaching strategies.
Obviously, there are many interesting things happening in this slide. Let's see if we can point out a few of them.
All the people trying to crowd on the boat at the same time, like they're in a big hurry.
That crowd.
The interactive slide lecture turns a teacher-centered activity, lecturing, into a dynamic, participatory experience. Students view, touch, interpret, and act out historic images that are projected on a large screen in front of the classroom.
What symbol have I used to represent push factors? Okay, Michelle?
And like the evil sign, the poison sign.
Looks like a sun.
By spiraling discussion questions that lead from the basic to the complex, students are challenged to discover more about the image and the history it represents. Students then record the information in a unique note-taking style.
From this point on, you are in my factory, and you are on my assembly line.
Experiential exercises recreate historical situations and allow students to understand what it was like to live through a particular period in history. In this case, they learn about turn-of-the-century assembly line labor in America.
You're almost finished here with your quota? Do those.
Here, students spend a class period mass-producing a drawing of a human figure. By performing a repetitive task, they tap into their interpersonal and body kinesthetic intelligences and make connections between their experiences and history.
Today we're going to continue with our study of ancient China. And
in social studies skill builders, represented here by an activity that celebrates Chinese achievements, students work in pairs to complete fast-paced, skill-oriented tasks such as mapping, graphing, and analyzing primary sources.
you could get lost without this.
I know what this is. Okay.
Okay.
Each skill builder challenges students to use multiple intelligences.
The Chinese invented a ship or a junk.
And by pairing students with complementary abilities, their learning is enhanced.
I want you to use your experience, your observations, and then the fact sheet, the blue page, to research and answer this critical thinking question.
Response groups create rich class discussions. In this exercise, students examine excerpts from the Declaration of Sentiments at Seneca Falls, view images, and discuss how far women's rights have come since the 1848 Declaration.
Obviously, Group 3 does not agree with you. In fact, they feel quite differently. And so Group 3...
Well, if you look here on your statistics, women make 70 cents for every dollar a man makes.
Response group activities allow students working in small groups to discuss critical thinking questions and to form opinions so that full class discussions are lively.
I'll put you all in groups who have also assigned roles for you, okay? I'd like you to see...
During problem-solving group work, students assemble in small groups to work on projects that require higher-order thinking skills. In this example, the students concentrate on multiple perspectives of the ideal form of government.
He's like full-on Democrat. He believes that everybody should have a say in like everything that goes on.
Group work tasks require the use of multiple abilities so that every student can contribute.
For Queen Elizabeth or King Louis, what do you mean by divine right? What is divine right? I mean, does God somehow speak through you?
When each student has a specific role to perform, and each group has specific instructions on how to proceed, students contribute more equally.
What we're going to do now then is we're going to hook you up with a partner so that you're going to actually debate these ideas. One of you is going to be Martin Luther King, one of you is going to be Malcolm X.
In order to write forcefully and in detail about history, students need interactive experiences about which to write. Writing for understanding activities harness multiple abilities so that all students have something memorable to write about.
Next, Martin Luther King.
In this exercise, students write a dialogue based on a scenario of Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X meeting to talk out their differences.
We have to establish a bond so that oppression ends. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Purposeful writing assignments, such as dialogues, motivate students to write with style and meaning.
Now it's time to get them to think critically, to get them to put all the issues about history together. And this is where we're going to do it.
Hundreds of school districts across the nation have implemented History Alive in their schools. To bring History Alive to your district, TCI offers dynamic professional development.
The interactive slide lecture has these 6 criteria.
Most teachers are introduced to History Alive in one-day introductory trainings. Many teachers register for further training in our Level 1 certification program, Learning Essential Strategies, a 5-day summer training program.
This is how we set up the classroom in an interactive slide lecture.
Level 1 certification explores the 6 core strategies in great depth and introduces the interactive student notebook approach and culminating projects and other assessment techniques that allow students to use their multiple intelligences to thoughtfully synthesize what they've learned during a unit. For those interested in continuing their History Alive professional development, TCI also offers Level 2 certification, refining your teaching skills, and becoming a History Alive coach, 2 other 5-day training programs. History Alive develops comprehensive curricular programs in United States history and world history. The U.S. History program is made up of 2 series, each with 6 units: United States History to 1900 and 20th Century United States History. The World History program contains 3 6-unit series: Ancient World History, World History from 500 to 1700, and Modern World History. History Alive teaching units present teachers with easy-to-follow lesson plans and activities, student handouts, materials and instructions for culminating projects, overhead transparencies, slides of historical images, tapes of historical music and readings, and a wealth of additional hands-on material. Our methodology book entitled History Alive is also available to help you design your own memorable activities and to provide guidance for implementing the History Alive approach. History Alive professional development opportunities and curricular materials. Created to bring lasting change to your social studies classroom. Contact Teachers Curriculum Institute to find out how History Alive can help you effectively reach the diverse learners in your school or district.